Hello, my dear followers. In this tutorial, we'll delve into the captivating realm of programming animations for our charming 3D character and explore the use of Blender Tree. Let's kick things off by dragging our 3D model into the scene. In my case, I'll be using this lovely little model. After that, we're going to create some folders to keep everything well organized. I named mine Animations Lily. Next, we'll locate the tab named Animations and click on Create. We'll create the idle animation. As you can see, the animator controller has been generated. Now, you need to locate the avatar of the 3D model. Most assets included FBX model. Now we're going to drag this component here. Once that's done, we'll move on to locating the animations. In my case, they're right here. Almost all assets include animations, as I'm showing you. So, we need to find the animation named idle. In my case, the author of this asset included several, but I'll use the first one. Once you've found this component, drag it here. You can preview the animation in this tab called Animation. Now, let's follow the same procedure for the jump animation. After that, we'll create some triggers in the animator's parameters tab. These triggers will have the same names as the animations. Now, let's create transitions to the states for each animation, starting from any state and leading to the animations we've created. We'll set the transition variable as the triggers we made. Very well, now let's create a Blender tree named Run, with its corresponding trigger parameter named Run, and two float type parameters named Direction X and Direction Y. Now, let's double-click on the Run Blender tree. In the Inspector tab, we'll choose the Blend type, 2D Simple Directional, and add some motion fields. In my case, I only have 3 run animations: front, left, and right. Now, let's configure the variables that define the direction in the Parameters section. Choose them as follows. As you can see at the bottom, there's a kind of quadrant or coordinate axis, and each point indicates which animation will be triggered based on the input values of the parameters we've selected. So, your task is to adjust the position of each blue point by dragging it in the quadrant. The red point represents the input values, and below, we can preview the result. Now, let's create a folder named Animations within the Scripts folder. After that, we'll create the script called Animator 3D Controller and open it in our script editor. Next, I will define the following enum called Animation 3D State with the following values. After that, let's define the following variables. Now, I will define the method responsible for handling the logic of how animations should be executed using the triggers we created. I've added the variable for the animator component, and I check if the animation to be executed is different from the current one to avoid redundancy. Don't worry if you got lost while writing the code. I've provided a link to a Google Drive with each of the scripts used in this video. Afterward, I will define the necessary methods to update the direction of the Blender tree. Alright, we've completed the script. Now, let's create an editor script that will enable us to test our script quickly. So, we'll define the import Unity editor, inherit from that class, and then write the following code. This will allow us to modify the inspector of the Animator 3D Controller script, adding buttons for effective and swift testing of the script. Basically, I've defined a button for each method in the Animator 3D Controller script. This way, we can test each method in play mode in Unity. Now, let's head to the Unity Inspector and drag the Animator 3D Controller component onto the model. As you can see, the defined buttons are there. Don't forget to drag the animator component, otherwise, it won't work. Follow the steps as shown in the video. Now, you can run the game and see the magic. Choose the animation state, click on play animation like jump and run, change the direction, and you'll see your character running in different directions. If, for any reason, you don't see the buttons as demonstrated in the video, I recommend carefully comparing your scripts with mine and dragging the components in the script. This way, you should achieve the same result. I want to express my gratitude that you've chosen to follow my tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel for more tutorials similar to these, particularly focused on intermediate Unity development.